Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about Biden and the NAACP and a call that went out from them and why it might matter, why it might actually lead to an evolution when it comes to the thinking at the White House. So, we'll go through the call, what's different about this, and just kind of run through everything. So the NAACP put out a call about over there, kind of asking Biden to be a little bit more direct. We get it, you're pursuing a ceasefire and peace and all of that stuff. Maybe apply a little bit more pressure. Why would this matter more than other statements? One, it's the NAACP. They've got a little bit of juice. And that's an organization that Biden has ties to. He's going to care more. Two, they're not trying to be the most radical group in the room with their requests. If you read through it, and I'll put it down below, everything's art of the possible stuff. They're playing within Biden's own statements and making their requests from there. If you read through it, you'll see they're suggesting limiting access to weapons that have caused civilian harm, something along those lines. If I'm the White House and I read that statement, I would be under the impression that the NAACP would like to see a limiting or a suspension of offensive military aid. That's what I would get from that statement. It's probably what the White House is going to take away from it too. That's in bounds. That is something that Biden himself has suggested is on the table. Doesn't want to do it, but it's an option. Because it is something that can realistically occur and is within his framework, it's going to be considered more than proposing a more dramatic option. End all military aid. Yeah, that's not going to happen. That's a non-starter. So it doesn't really get considered. We don't know whether or not it'll lead to an evolution in the position. We don't know if it'll lead to them acting, if it'll move the needle. But a whole lot of organizations have put out statements like this. This is one of the first ones where I feel like, yeah, he's going to have to pay attention to that one. Don't know how much it would change anything, but it's not going to be ignored. And because I know people are going to ask, I'm focusing on that one part. But yes, they called for a release of everybody who's being held. All of that's in there. In actually very direct language. So it's a unique call that doesn't have weak points that a lot of other ones have had from other organizations that have kind of led to them just being, okay, and put it over here. It's possible. As somebody who always is like, you can't do this for a foreign policy reason. Yeah, this would be super uncomfortable, but it's not out of bounds. Not at this point. So they're asking for something that's realistic, and it's an organization that he cares about. So this is something to watch. I can't even guess how it's going to be received, but I would be super surprised if they just ignored it. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.